Hey everybody, today I've got the last 6 of the 14 samples that Dupes Fragrances sent me, and I'm going to go over them as thoroughly as I can. If I ever leave anything out that you guys are curious about, never hesitate to comment down below. I don't mind answering your questions, and I always try to keep an eye on my last video, like for at least 3 or 4 days. Just because I would do it longer than that, but I've just been so busy lately. So I'm going to tell you the names of the last 6. I do have some more coming because I placed an order. And I'll get more into that if I have time at the end. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Bianca, Pura, Enchantment, Homecoming, Scrumptious, Costarindo. I think I said that right. And Desire too. I've spent the past week wearing them and, you know, just kind of getting a feel of what I thought about them. This may not be what you think about it, and that's okay because everybody perceives things differently. And I've got the papers that I was sent, and I'm going to read you the notes. And there's an interesting twist to Casino Royale that I discovered, and, you know, it's just my personal opinion on it. Okay, so let's hope that doesn't make any noise. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Bianca Pura. This one is inspired by Creed Pure White Cologne. It's an aromatic citrus, pomelo, Amalfi lemon, Sicilian bergamot. Oh, it's got neroli, pear, rice, white musk. Okay, so what stands out with me, and this one is pear. Well, it's an aromatic citrus, it should. I'm spraying it again, but I didn't spray it near my nose because I don't want to do that where I can't get a good smell again of the other ones. That's just me. The extremely pleasant and aromatic Bianca Pura will take you on a journey back to the Victorian times in the old European world. It's like a perfectly well-constructed and tailored suit that needs the ultimate aroma to feel complete. Citrus blend, Mediterranean fruits. They make an introduction that will give way to subtle sweetness and powdery elegance. I don't smell powder, but that could be more on the dry down. An extraordinary and versatile scent that is appealing to casual settings. I agree with that. But equally sophisticated and appreciated for the extravagant ones. Translates chivalry, style, and tradition. This is not, for anybody that doesn't like patchouli or anything that's real deep, more of a sharp perfume, that's this one. And it's light. It's not anything that's like overbearing or anything. But what I was going to tell you about Casino Royale, this is one that I ordered. Okay, let's look at that. I kept thinking in the back of my mind, this perfume reminds me of something. I don't know if I said it in the video or not. Especially on the dry down. Now, and when I tell you this, it's not exact, but it is what, if you want to imagine what it would smell like, is a little bit reminiscent of the Dolce & Gabbana Garden. This one, which is, I believe, their latest one, I think, in this line of Dolce & Gabbana anyway. This is sweeter, and the Casino Royale has a little bit of like the pear sharp that the Bianca Pura has. So if you took, in my opinion, the Bianca Pura and the Dolce & Gabbana Garden and created a stronger scent, that would be what to me Casino Royale kind of equals to. So just kind of, if any of you guys just, I try to do that in case you don't want to make a blind buy, but you know, you may have this. Now this is a lot sweeter than the Casino Royale. So just want to make that real clear. That sharp pear note is going to remind you of something almost like, when I say sharp, I mean like nail polish sharp, or some just nail polish remover sharp, but not bad. It's pear, but it's just got that sharp kick to it. So that's that one. Homecoming is the next one, and that's what the little sample bottles look like. And I will link the sample website down below and Dupes fragrance website down below. Homecoming. Cardamom Buds Float. Buds. What did I say? Cardamom. I can't say that word. Is what buds float while I sink deeper in thoughts of the maudlin me. It's an aromatic spicy, white tea, ginger oil, and cardamom oil. I think I just have trouble with that word. I'm trying to get my words together. Oh, I told you that was the Bianca Pura was, yeah, Creed Pure White Cologne. This is an inspiration from, I'm going to butcher this, Floraiku I Am Coming Home. Never smelled it. Never smelled the Creed Pure White either. I don't think any of these 6 that I've got here are beasts at all. Not that I can remember. Not like Taboo. Oh, I know what this one smells like. And I brought it in here. Okay, if any of you guys are familiar with the Liz Claiborne Realities, the original one, this one right here. Not that stank one they came out with later that totally failed. I thought when they came out with that different bottle, and it was called Realities, it wasn't even called Realities 2. I thought that they completely had just, you know, rebottled it. It didn't smell anything like this. This is one of my all-time favorites since the 90s. And that is what this Homecoming reminds me of. It's not the same scent, but that's why I brought this in here. So if you know what this smells like, Dupes Homecoming is as close as you're going to get. This is very hard to find now. And if you do get it, this lives in my refrigerator. And if you do get it, you really don't know if it's going to be like, if they kept it in the, you know, a sunshiny window, if they took care of it, if it was boxed or whatever. There may be some places that still sell it brand new. They may still formulate it. It could have been reformulated. So that's just something to think about. But that's what that one reminds me of. Okay, so, and it's very just fresh, like gorgeous scent. I really like Homecoming. Desire 2 is inspired by Xerjoff, Cruz, Del Sur II. Mystery and Magnetism of the Amazon. The second installment in the series provides us with more intimate look at the wealth of the land. Desire 2 is a marriage of exotic fruit notes that tantalize the wearer with their succulent aromas. Ripe mango, fresh, juicy pineapple allude to gustatory treasures of the tropics. In an exotic floral bouquet, accord imparts the wearer with a rich mental image of the bountiful vegetation that permeates the land. Cedarwood provides the sophistication, and musk provides the class. Rejoice in this holy grail fruit scent that is beyond compare. Classification, woody floral musk. The notes are ripe mango flesh, not common flesh. I paused at the wrong point. Pineapple, apple blossom, tropical guava, violet leaf, exotic floral bouquet, blackcurrant, which I love, blackcurrant, vetiver, dried fruits, musk, and cedarwood. This, to me, is very light. And it smells good. It's just so light that if I have anything else going on, even a vanilla body lotion, I really can't smell it. Now, that could be that I'm anosmic to this, and it could be that the musk in a lot of fragrances make them tone down very light to a skin scent, unlike the Narciso Rodriguez musk. Of course, it just blows you away, but that, to me, that's not a good musk. I have a few of those, but I like musk when it's a skin scent, like old school Cody style. And it's not this, they still sell that, but it's not the same anymore. It's basically 80% watered down. This is just really, I don't know, because I've never smelled the Xerjoff. It's just going to be a fruity musk. And it's real light. It's not a beast. It's not anything that's going to, like, have people running out of the room. I don't think you could overspray any of these. No, I don't. I think the Bianca Pura, if you put a ton on, might be a little sharp to overspray, but that's just my opinion. I mean, you know, that, so, just kind of giving you something to go on. Okay, Enchantment. What is this? Okay. Enchantment is inspired by Roja or Roja. I've heard it pronounced 2 different ways. Parfums, A Midsummer Dream. I've never smelled that. This stellar scent is an inspiration from an exclusive from a very renowned UK retailer. Or renowned. I'm not really sure. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Sorry. A fragrance celebrating the 400th anniversary of the birth of great poet William Shakespeare. Enchantment captures a time of British fairy tales, regal fests, and royal weddings. That's interesting. I read this, but I didn't catch that part, I don't guess. The composition has a very distinct character that conveys the scent of kings and queens, a fusion of notes that are complex and filled with furious brilliance. Transport yourself from our mundane world into a world of pure fantasy with this enchanted elixir. Classified as an Oriental, top notes are bergamot and grapefruits. It's going to be real fruity. And the mid note is orange blossom. Base is cardamom, elemi, pink pepper, patchouli, oak moss, tree moss, vetiver, cedar wood, benzoin, vanilla, carrot seeds, iris, and musk. I do smell the patchouli in this, and I think that almost is what makes this one for me. You could put patchouli in just on a freaking tree outside, and I would love the way it smells. Yeah, but I picked something else up pretty strong. Maybe it's the cardamom and the oak moss. This isn't sweet and it's not sharp. It's a mixture of in between with some fruits. And it's not going to blow you away either. It's just a normal perfume. When I call something a beast, it's a beast. Like Taboo is a beast, and I love it. Let me do this, and then I'll get back into what I was going to tell you about my order. Scrumptious. Okay. I have Scrumptious and Costarindo to do. I'm going to do Scrumptious. I think it's my favorite. This and the Enchantment. No, not the Enchantment. Homecoming. So Scrumptious and Homecoming are my favorite 2 out of this batch of 6. Oh, this has just got something sweet in it. All right, let me read this. Okay, inspired by Roja, Parfums, Sweetie, Aoud. Oud is a note reputed to have a distinct woodsy aroma. I love oud. Roja Perfumes, Sweetie Aoud creates a paradox by juxtaposing a delicious accord of dessert ingredients with a notorious wood. I agree with that. And that dessert, I freaking love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. The balanced dichotomy, which has inspired our team to add this fragrance to our collection of inspired expressions. Oh, this balanced dichotomy is what inspired our team to add this fragrance to the collection of inspired expressions. To boot, the inclusion of organic oud makes Scrumptious the most expensive fragrance in our olfactory library. Price-wise, we're still a long ways away from the original, which will set you back more than half a grand for 50 ml. With a name like Sweet Aoud, it's easy to mistake the charm and allure of this scent with something better suited for a teenage girl. Fortunately, every layer of this scent is far removed from the latter. A crisp bergamot opening gives way to a heart velvety rose. I smell the rose, but it's like, okay, so maybe it's going to like come at me like, I smell it, but it's not, okay, like C. Giorgio Armani C or something like that. That's like really a rose scent. It's not like that at all, but you can smell it in there. Let's see. A potasserie accord creates the identity of this fragrance by evoking bakeries and their aromatic early morning splendor. Scrumptious makes the perfect addition to any perfume wardrobe. Oriental floral, which that kind of blows my mind that it's listed as an Oriental floral, but I would say, well, I mean, I would say a sweet Oriental floral. Bergamot, Artemisia, Rose de Mai, Cistus, Cumin, Xerjoff balsam, Cardamom, Nagarmatha. I have never heard that word before, okay? Cedarwood, guaiac wood, patchouli. What? Hold on a minute. Patchouli is real light in this one, I think. Yeah, the patchouli is really light and scrumptious. I wouldn't even have, maybe I'm nose blind. Ambergris, juniper, organic oud, potassium accord, labdamen, olibanum. I'm not sure what that word is either. So they have all these kind of things that I've never heard of before. I really like this one though, but it is sweet. I think what it is this is the longest list of ingredients or notes I've seen yet. So they're just so blended that it's really hard to pick anything out. But I do get just a really good sweet with a little bit of that. Gosh, it's got all those woods and patchouli in it, but they're just so light and well blended. I really like that. Okay, so Costarindo, this one's really good too. Inspired by Memo Paris, Tamarindo. Whether you're here for the azure coastal waters or lush landscapes, Costa Rica is an ideal travel destination for many. Now the allure of this Caribbean hotspot can be relived with our rendition of Memo Paris's Tamarindo called Costarindo. This biodiverse country brings you the exoticism of a rainforest presented through earthy notes of patchouli and cardamom. Another sight not to be overlooked is the island's volcanoes. Benzoin resin captures their warmth and vanilla retains the exotic flair. This fragrance will intrigue you through every twist and turn of its olfactory progression. Quantities are limited for this one, so make sure you add Costarindo to your collection while you still can. Oriental Spicy. I didn't know that. I thought I read all these. Or maybe I read them all and I was tired. I don't know. No, it's pineapple, bergamot, jasmine, absolute, benzoin, cardamom, patchouli, and vanilla absolute. This one to me is, it is going to remind you of a island type scent. This one's got patchouli in it. Hold on a minute, because I need to spray this so I can really get my nose on it. Yeah, I definitely smell that. It's just more, to me, this is going to be more pineapple jasmine. And the patchouli, cardamom, and then maybe the dry down vanilla, which I think a lot of perfumes dry down as vanilla. I think my favorite is going to be Homecoming because I love the original Liz Claiborne Realities. And it's just fresh and airy and light. And let me, hold on a minute. White tea ginger oil. Maybe it's the white tea. I'm not real sure. I don't want to tell you a lie. I'm not really sure what makes it smell like that, but that's what I get. And then I think my second favorite is going to be Scrumptious. Where is my other one? I'm missing one. Hold on. I'm trying to put these in order. And then I got to tell you what I bought, what I tried to buy and what I bought. Enchantment. I don't know. I think these next four all kind of ring about seconds. I I like them. There's nothing I dislike, I would tell you. I think if I had to say my least favorite would be the Bianca Pura, just because this Genovese pear, I don't know how you say that, is really loud to me. I don't know what pomelo is, I really don't, but something is really sharp about that fragrance. Now, a lot of you may like sharp fragrances. It is what I feel like is the same sharp. So if you're familiar with Casino Royale, it is what I feel like the sharp note, not the sweet, but the sharp is in that. So if you can imagine that, I think that one, and it may be a lot of people's favorite. So you can't, I would always watch as many videos on this as you can and read, not even Fragranica's notes and but read what people say about it. I have not read any of these. So this was only my thoughts, okay? Some of them I did, like I had read a lot about this, and things like that. But these right here were strictly just what I thought. And then when I picked up this perfume and this perfume, just to give you an idea of what I thought, that's exactly why I did it. Okay, so all in all, I would just top place, those two, last place will be Bianca Pura, and then the other two would be in the middle. I went online to order the Belgian Choco Truffle and the Taboo. I'm trying to make sure I'm telling you this right. And I was very curious about the Tom Ford Fabulous because I've never smelled that. And so I read a lot about it. But that one is out, or now it might not be this morning, okay? They may have it back on the website. That one was out. Taboo was out. So I was heartbroken. This is getting ready to cut off. I ordered the chocolate one. And